Accountability is taking responsibility for one's actions, and that is what I'm doing.
I need to say I'm sorry. I voted for him. I thought he was going to help folks like me. I really did. Now my SNAP's gone, my Medicaid's gone. They cut off my heat and help last week. I don't know how I'm supposed to buy groceries next month or keep the lights on. Damn!
We told you how it was going to begin, and then we told you how it was going to end. Look at this shit.
Very happy and excited that Trump won. As far as financially, obviously nothing's really changed. We're still under the Biden administration, but I know that it is coming. And so I admit, I regret my vote for Donald Trump. I regret it because I needed these changes sooner. I needed the prices to go down sooner so that I didn't drain out my big...
See, some of y'all are still in the fuck around and find out stage. See, most of y'all thought that when he was elected, he was going to change everything for you. Didn't realize that his first 100 days, he didn't give two shits about you. Every executive order was for something else besides what you thought it was going to be for.
It's time to speak up. Well, it appears the joke's on me. It appears I have been the biggest fool alive. You see, before the last couple of days, I knew that there was a segment of Maga who just hated, who just wanted to burn the world down, and they don't care who they hurt. In the meantime, I knew there was that section, but I really, really thought that most of Maga just didn't get it. I really thought they just didn't understand. They didn't understand economics because it's complicated. They hadn't studied Project 2025, so they didn't know what was coming. But I really thought when he got in there and started doing the things that hurt so many people, that they would realize, and that they would. But they don't care. Y'all have been telling me this for 2 months, and I kept saying, no, we just have to explain it to them. We just have. Now, I know there are a few, and I thank you guys. You make it worth sticking with this. But over the last couple of days, I have realized that the majority of Republicans do not care how many people are hurt. And they are exactly what Palpatine said. They're the ones he was talking about when he said he could unalive someone in public and they would still vote for him. I thought they just wanted lower egg prices. I thought they were struggling in the economy and it was hard and they wanted their lives to be easier, and they listened to that. And that's why they voted for him. But they don't care. They literally don't care how many other people in this world are hurt. See, the difference is I'm willing to pay more for my eggs if it means no one in my country goes hungry tonight. I am willing to pay more for my eggs if it means everybody can have an egg. But they really don't care. And I am heartbroken that so many in my country don't care. That so many won't go love their neighbor. But I want to thank those of you who are. You're the ones keeping me going. Go love your neighbor.
Anytime I hear Michelle or Barack Obama speak, I feel a deep anger. And it's not what you think. I feel a deep visceral reaction to my shame and guilt and just overall FOMO, because I had 2 opportunities to vote for him. And both times I leaned instead on my ignorance and pride and overall, I'm a Republican. And I didn't get a chance to be part of, first of all, voting for arguably one of the most successful presidencies in our lifetime. Second of all, just the collective effervescence, the hope, and overall just goodness that they stood for. And now, more than ever, I am feeling the magnitude of that, because mark my words, I promise you, if you are or already have voted for Trump, you will experience this visceral shame years down the road. Because we are facing 2 realities. The first reality is that you vote for Trump and it works and he wins. The second is if you vote for Trump and Kamala wins. And in both realities, you will feel a sense of shame. Because if the first one takes place, in the best case scenario, I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole of how scary this could actually get. This is best case scenario here. He wins, he instills his tariffs, and his tax plans that he's been talking about, which will cripple the economy as we know it. The things that you buy today on Amazon, more than likely, they're all coming from overseas. So expect to pay up to 20 to 60% more for everything that's in your current Amazon shopping cart. That is facts. Second of all, if he does go through with his mass deportation plan, that will decimate our economy. I'm not even going to waste my time talking about the rights that will be taken away from women and marginalized communities, since people that are voting for Trump clearly don't care about that anyway and only care about their bank accounts and immigrants, evidently. Remember, these are all best case scenario here. And you're going to be sitting there and you're going to be thinking, oh shit, I did this. I'm responsible for this. Then the other scenario is that you vote for Trump and Kamala wins. She's going to create an economy that's going to embolden the middle class to buy houses, start businesses. She's going to put restrictions on the corporations who currently today, they're the ones that are scooping up all of these single family households the second they go onto the market, and they have cash. Why do you think the market is so distorted right now? It's because it's unnatural. Corporations are one of the number one homeowners in America because they snatch homes up and then they sell them at a profit, which just then jacks up all of the pricing around in the areas. So Kamala's going to put restrictions on that. She's also going to put regulations as far as your grocery bill and your utility bill and just all around cost of living needs that we have. She's going to put regulations on basic goods for that. She's going to help us. And everything that you guys are complaining about as far as immigration and safety, she's going to put stipulations in place to create a safer border and a more efficient path to citizenships. We'll be living in this economy that you did not vote for, that you did not support, and you're going to say, oh man, I really regret not voting for her. She was right. She turned it around. You are not just casting a vote, you are helping create a legacy. Which side of history do you want to be on? You don't want to be on the side where I'm at, watching the Obamas making these amazing speeches and doing these amazing things and leaving this awesome legacy and knowing that I was a part of actively voting against it. That sucks.
What did you just say about Trump?
I said, Trump's a fucking liar. Inflation's going up. Gas prices hasn't really come down that much. Eggs? That's the funny one. The eggs. I'm mad. And I'm a mega man. Okay? I don't see anything he's done.
So is it safe to say that the illusion has faded?
I think it has, yes. You know, I was for him because, you know, everything he said, you know, he played right into my hands. He just told us everything we wanted to hear.
Egg prices are going up and food and energy costs haven't gone down. Now Trump supporters are regretting their vote for Donald Trump. Yeah, no, we're not, because we understand how the economy works and what set that off. See, Donald Trump is killing it when it comes to his executive orders, and you guys can't have it, so you're throwing out this deflection, but you're leaving out the important bits. Under the Biden administration, they slaughtered over 100 million egg-laying chickens right before Trump took office. In November and December of 2024, they ordered the slaughter of about 20 million egg-laying chickens. See, these price increases were predicted in 2024 because of that event, because when you wipe out the supply, the costs will go up if the demand doesn't change. Then we jump over to food and energy price. Well, Donald Trump's only been in office for a week. And it's interesting because when Donald Trump did the debates and did interviews, he was very clear on what you have to do to try to keep prices down, because you just can't reverse the economy like that. And you guys are now admitting that Biden was at fault for the increases. But he said you have to drill, bring down energy costs, and you have to find efficiencies in the supply chain. So what did Biden do right before he left office? Signed an executive order on drilling and tied it directly to the 1953 Continental Outer Banks Shelf Land Act, which means they were preventing drilling from the Gulf of Mexico, the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, and the North Bering Sea. See, so your president immediately went and made a move that was counterproductive to bringing your costs down, and somehow you're going to tie that to Donald Trump when these events took place before he's been in office, and he's only been there for 8 fucking days?
It's official. It's official. Americans regret their vote. I mean, I know the last few months we've been seeing videos of people, saying how much they regret their vote, and we're seeing the FO movement. I told you so videos online, but now it's official. There's new polling that came out that asked these people this question, whether they regret their vote or they feel disappointed in their vote. And it asked 2 sections of people, right? MAGA voters versus non-MAGA voters. So MAGA voters, 8% regret their vote, 6% are disappointed in their vote, right? So if you want to say that's about 15% of a negative outcome of their voting for Trump. That's 15% of MAGA people. And if we continue to break it down to non-MAGA people, like independents, soft Republicans, conservative Democrats, libertarians, all those type of people, you have about 28 to 26. 28% regret their vote entirely, where 26% is disappointed. So that's like 54%. 54%. You know what that is? You know what 54% means? That's Michigan. That's Wisconsin. That's Pennsylvania. Okay? That's Arizona. That's Georgia. That's North Carolina. That's Virginia. That's all of these states that went to Donald Trump last election that will be going back into the blue column this time. If the election was held today, it would be a landslide victory for the Democrats.
A man who voted for Trump and donated $60,000 to his campaign now says he regrets it and he was lied to. Yes, this is Bruce Fenton, and he said, "I'm a Republican. I supported Trump. I raised money for him. I voted for him. I donated $60,000 to his campaign. Trump lied. He rug pulled us all. I didn't vote for Lindsey Graham / America Second policies." You can disagree with me if you want. It's your right to be fooled. But if you say I have TDS or am a liberal, you need a new argument. There are millions of conservatives and members of the now torched Broad Coalition just like me. The only ones left supporting him are Maga always Trumpers who place the man above the policies and our country. And he actually did include a photo confirming that he donated $60,000 to a Trump PAC. His name is up there and everything connected to him. There are some people out there I genuinely feel for when they get duped by a politician who said they were going to do one thing, they did the opposite. This guy is not one of them. I mean, he went out of his way to support Donald Trump. He's in the business sector. He donated 60 grand that could have gone to a charity or something like that. And now he feels lied to. He feels rug pulled. If he wants to right his wrong and apologize to everybody in the United States and around the world, quite frankly, he can donate 60 grand to the Democrats, 60 grand to charity. And
okay, y'all. So the Venezuelans in Florida are upset with their dear Trump. Y'all surprised? Because I'm not surprised. It's not funny though, but it is funny because we've been trying to tell y'all for the longest. When are y'all going to realize that racist Caucasian people only care about rich racist Caucasian people? They don't care about the poor ones. And Venezuelans, y'all thought that because y'all were more, I guess, I don't know, in y'all opinions, closer to them, like that y'all was going to be a part of them. No, y'all will never be a part of them. History shows that nobody will ever be a part of them but them. I don't know how many times I got to tell y'all that it didn't start with Europeans not liking black people. It started with Europeans not liking each other. Do y'all not understand that they didn't like each other? And then they thought about it like, the powers that be was like, wait a minute. If we too busy going at the people that look like us, and y'all need to take a page out their book. They literally did not like each other. Just like how y'all always want to talk about black on black crime. There's Hispanic on Hispanic crime. There's also Asian on Asian. There's a lot of crime, period, across the board. But take a page out their book and just listen to me. Feel me just a little bit. These people said, why am I going to beef with my people that look like me, when I can create this false narrative that is us against them? So now when it's us against them, really, I have the numbers now, because now I have the Germans, I have the Italians, I have like just all the different European people put together. They outnumbered us, and that's how slavery happened. Do y'all not understand that? That's how they was able to, all of those wars and everything, they came together. Do y'all hear the message? They came together. It's okay if y'all don't want to come together with us. That's fine, because I know a lot of my people gonna be like, we don't want to come together with y'all, because we've been telling y'all for years that just because y'all vote for them and they like to laugh with y'all, they don't really mess with y'all. And the moment that man got in office, he told y'all, and now they down in ISIS down in Florida trying to get rid of y'all, and y'all just like, oh no, why? It's me. Y'all voted for this. Literally, I just watched the people that made the song, I will vote for Donald Trump. Y'all crying now. But y'all was so happy to vote for this man. Why would y'all? History almost always repeats itself. So why would y'all think that these people cared about y'all? Like, what in y'all mind made y'all believe that? I don't know. Maybe it's me. Y'all, I don't get it. I don't understand why you thought those type of people would care for y'all. It makes no sense. January 6th taught y'all nothing. They don't care about nobody but themselves. Okay.
Florida has always been a land of contradictions. Alligators and retirees, hurricanes and sunshine, Disney castles and swamp water. But here's a new twist. MAGA country's favorite playground is broke. Yes, broke. Under the very same Trump administration that Floridians helped put back in the White House, they're now struggling to afford eggs, rent, and gas. You couldn't script irony this sharp if you tried.
Florida is so broke right now, people are literally financing their groceries like a car note. Florida has officially turned into the second most financially distressed state in America. Of course, only Texas beat them out. When I saw it, I thought, dang, Florida and Texas are in competition with each other to see who can treat their people the worst. See, here's the wild part. A new study found that 25% of Floridians are financing their groceries using buy now, pay later. You heard that right. Loans. We finance cars, homes. Some people even do it to furniture. Now it's chicken wings, bread, and milk. Honestly, it doesn't surprise me, because when you look at Florida, a huge part of the problem is the elderly. And it's not like grandma can go get a side hustle at Amazon or the grocery store to make up for the money that she misses every month. The elderly don't have that option. It means that they're feeling the squeeze tighter than anybody else. And the squeeze is brutal. People are delaying payment, racking up late fees, filing bankruptcy, or just straight up not paying bills no more. That's not living paycheck to paycheck. That's survival on credit.
Let's start with the basics.
Yeah, we voted for Trump in 2016, 2020, and 2024. We live in the Florida Panhandle, and we thought that this would be good for our business. But we're finding out now that we were wrong, and I want to publicly say that we are regretting our votes at this point. My husband and me own a construction company, and we literally do not have workers anymore. Most of our workers are from Mexico, and they're good, hard workers. I talked to a few of them, and they said they were just too scared to come back to work because of all the raids. Our construction company is likely to go out of business now, and we don't know what we're going to do, but we're never voting for a Republican again. Ron DeSantis and Trump have been passing laws that negatively affect our business, and I just want to say that I'm sorry for voting for him. I grew up Republican, and it's all I've ever known, but now I can see that me and my whole family have been very wrong about this. So we hope that 2026 comes and we can take back the House and the Senate and stop him from what he's doing.
I'm really scratching my head because I voted Republican, and most of us in the fishing industry did, and we're not seeing the positives come out of it, why we voted that.
This pro-Trump business owner in Florida is finding out the hard way. John Wong runs a small grocery store in Florida. His family started it back in 1983 after immigrating from Hong Kong. And for decades it thrived, a local staple for Asian ingredients in Manatee County. Then, Trump got elected, and everything changed. But don't feel too bad. John supported Trump. He believed the promises. Lower grocery costs, better trade deals, help for small businesses. Instead, Trump's tariffs crushed his store. Most of John's inventory comes from China, the Philippines, and Vietnam, the exact countries hit with massive tariff hikes. He used to pay $2.75 for a box of Mabo tofu sauce. Now, that same box is $5. Every shipment that arrives, the prices go up. Again. He's tried to not raise prices on his customers, many of them elderly living on fixed incomes, with one of his customers now rationing a can of sardines just to get by. John's store has been around for 43 years. Now, it's barely hanging on. And the worst part for John? He voted for the guy who's directly responsible for driving it straight into the ground. John told reporters, "Is there any future? Is this the American dream? Hey John, this is the dream that you voted for. So have fun with it."
And so, Donald Trump supporters, many people who supported Donald Trump, they are regretting, they are crying out. And now my question is, who the fault is it for? Who is to blame for all of this? Because you find out that many people warn you guys, voting for Trump is not going to bring the change that you guys think it's gonna be. And some people ignored. And right now they are crying, okay? Some people are crying. Some people are saying like Kamala Harris is a lady, is a woman. There's no way we can vote for her because we don't trust her, And some people are like, we believe Donald Trump. First time he did a good job. And what about this time? He's going to do it better. Guys, what do you think about this video? Because sometimes I make this video and I wonder, because I come across someone crying really hard. Like you see the egg prices have gone so high. Even the fuel prices, they are really gone up. And some people are really crying out, calling out like, why are you betraying us, Donald Trump? Why did you promise us this and right now it hasn't happened? Guys, what do you think about this particular video? Let me know what you think about this video, and I'll be happy to read your comments down below here. And remember, this video is for educational and creating awareness, and all credits belong to the original creators of this video that we've just seen. So I'll be ending here. See you guys in the next one, guys. See you. Bye bye. Subscribe.